this plugin by Solid State Logic is on sale at Plugin Boutique. This plugin and this compressor has a combination of compressor characters and compressor applications, such as the FET compressor, the opto compressors as well, some opto compressors, and very MU compressors or tube compressors. So this plugin encompasses different types of compression into one. It's not specifically emulating one compressor, right? So on the left side of the compressor, we have the usual controls such as the threshold, ratio, the knee of the compressor. Let me lower the threshold here to show you the knee, right? The knee curve from a much more aggressive knee curve to a rounder, less aggressive knee curve, right? Has attack, release, makeup gain, and this max gain reduction is to reduce the compression effect on when the compression is very heavy, and so it reduces the effect of in the high peaks, and when compression is very aggressive, it reduces that effect, making it sound more natural. To the right, we have well, another thing also about this compressor is that it has a way to ignore highs, extreme highs or extreme lows, right? So if you want to focus the compression on the mid range, you can do that by using this these sort of filters, right? So these are like crossover filters for the lows and another one for the highs. So this is like an internal side chain. So everything that it's here in blue, it's being ignored by the compressor, like for instance from 100 Hertz and below, and from 5000 Hertz and above in this case. So the compressor is only reacting to the mid-range, everything that's here, right? So you can also listen with this button to what's going on the highs and lows, what's being ignored by the compressor, right? So the compressor is being triggered only by what's in green, and it's leaving out what's in red and blue. So that's another thing of this compressor. It has some analog character as well when you push it. So let's start compressing these drums. Let's see. I only friend. Why I'm not hearing the drums here? I'm hearing the drums when it's off. Okay, there we go. I restarted the plugin. So for drums, the ratio default is 4. So I'm gonna use a slow attack time like 40 milliseconds, fast release time, and let's start to reduce the threshold. Okay, so let me turn it on. Let's go again. Lets you also you can meter the quiet events and loud events here. The difference here, we can see the gain reduction, right? Tons of punch. Before, nice. We can make it less aggressive. A bit rounder instead of more aggressive. Okay. Let's suppose that we want to ignore some of the low end. That's where this comes in handy, the blue button, the blue knobs. Let's say from 100 Hz and below. So that's what the compressor is ignoring, right? That is compressing the whole frequency spectrum. And we're ignoring some highs as well from, let's say, 7,000 Hz and above or more. So here we have what's in red and what's in blue, what we are ignoring, right? Or what the compressor is ignoring. Before. Yeah, sometimes in audio sources, we don't want to compress the whole frequency spectrum, right? Yeah, very, very punchy compressor. It has many presets as well. Well, not many, but it has quite some presets there. Let's also check it out on vocals here. This same compressor.
Madness is my only friend, can't comprehend.
Fast attack.
All these thoughts inside my head makes me feel so dead. Another day, another try to break away. Once I start to heal, it leads me to self-betray. Madness is my only friend, can't comprehend. All these thoughts inside my head makes me feel so dead. Another day, another try to break away. Once I start to heal, it leads me to self-betray. Madness is try to self-betray. Pain remains running through my veins. Fireworks inside my brain. Feels like I'm going insane. Pain remains every single day. It's to self-betray.
Let's listen to the lows.
Remains running through my
What's 100 Hz and below?
Inside my brain. Feels like I'm going insane.
The highs.
Remains every single.
Let's suppose that we want to compress the whole frequency spectrum here.
It's to self-betray. Pain remains running through my veins.
Fatter sound.
Fireworks inside my brain.
That's a nice touch. The harmonics that it adds, it's subtle, but a bit of saturation, right?
Once I start to heal, it leads me to self-betray. Pain